All right. We are now recording and streaming live, and we are so delighted to be able to share this time together, celebrate the fact that we are best-selling authors and almost reaching number one best-selling. So really exciting to see the process here. And Sharon, hold up your book. Do you have
I
yours yet?
will. Absolutely, I do.
Oh,
Yes, it's
yeah.
perfect.
Pretty
It's
book.
beautiful. I've got a little bit of the sheen on it is
Mm.
absolutely fitting because it is shining and luminous. That's been our operative word. So it is beautiful back and front and all of it inside. It's absolutely stunning.
I love the cover on it. I'm
It's
always
beautiful.
how gorgeous that cover is. So, Cynthia, your chapter in this book was nourishing, facing glory. What does that mean?
So,
And tell us a little bit about the story behind it.
well, I'm so happy to see both you ladies again. This is our second project together, and it just
Yes.
keeps getting more vibrant and more colorful. So, good morning. Fae was a name that I chose to sort of represent a mythical fairy tale, to say, what, there's a sprite that needs to live in all of us. So we talk about attracting energy in feng shui. That the root of this story is based in feng shui and the five elements, is to understand that we attract that energy that can flow through our life. So facing glory has to face some pretty incredible challenges, and she sort of has been really safe in this little pond where she knows all the enemies and she knows all of the things that keep her safe. And through some pretty exciting events, she has to travel through that dark forest. She has to travel through space she hasn't seen before, and she starts to rely on nature, and she starts to rely on her instincts even when she's injured. And finding the comical piece too, or the sort of magical piece of nature, that is always there for us.
That's
Yes.
beautiful. And I think it's probably related to some story of your own life, which made you be able to share the story, right?
It is, and she gets. I won't give too many spoilers, but she does get a little injury, and she has to decide if that's something that's going to make her turn back, or is going to that she's sort of going to integrate and keep moving forward. I had a disability as a child, very young, which I bring into my adulthood, and it's always a challenge. So to sort of mirror that in this story, I think it's always present in what I write, in what I do, because it's forefront. But to say, what, we've integrated this in a really healthy way, and learned that it's one of the things that helps us move forward. And by bringing nature into it, nature says, what, it's okay if you've got a little bit of a difference, because I'm still solid for you and I'm still your underlying foundation.
That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful. And it becomes your source of strength. And because you can share now, moving through that, how that impacted your life, all the things that you did go through as a very young child. And even though in adulthood it still informs you, it doesn't necessarily negate anything and everything because there's no limitations. You've built in that courage of who you are. Yeah. And
Well,
that's how you what truly. Mhm.
I think it's beautiful that you mentioned the word support. We support ourselves in different ways. And when we talk about in feng shui, nature is definitely one of those ways. We bring that in to support ourselves with natural light, with earth grounding, with wood element that helps us grow. And I think that we stay present by always addressing that. We can say, well, I know I have this difference, so how do I support myself? It might not be the same as everybody else, but I'm responsible for that. So that's what keeps us present.
Absolutely. And it is that ownership, but you've used it really as that place of a platform to not only help others because you've done this deep dive into studying. And Cynthia, Cindy is really credentialed in trauma, and she is in terms of consulting. So she takes this and to greater places, and of course, feng shui being that essence. Can you tell us a little bit about that, because we have the time? Because I think it's impactful for people to understand how, of course, the Imaginists, and how we talked earlier this morning of what the richness of the